Hi, I'm Chris McClure, and this is Module 1 for EDL 856, School Community Relations. For those of you who I have not yet met or had class with, I'm currently in my 24th year at Smoky Valley High School in Lindsborg. I teach business and have added some other responsibilities over the years, in addition to coaching football, softball, and leading our Fellowship of Christian Athletes. I took a little different path to education than many that are in the field. After a short stint at Garden City Community College, I completed my bachelor's degree in accounting at Ottawa University. I then worked in the Kansas City area for about 4 years prior to realizing that teaching and coaching was a calling that I needed to pursue. I spent a year at Sterling College, earning my teaching certificate, while also coaching football and basketball at my alma mater, Lyons High School. And about 20 years ago, I earned my master's in curriculum and instruction from Wichita State University. As you are watching this video presentation, I am probably in San Antonio celebrating my 25th wedding anniversary. My wife and I have 2 grown children who are also teachers, and we have replaced them with our 2 dogs. Next, I would like to discuss various forms of communication that I utilize when interacting with students, staff, administrators, parents, and community members. My preferred method is face-to-face and happens most frequently with my students in class and with other staff and administration in the hallways. At Smoky Valley is a small enough community that I have frequent informal meetings with parents, whether it's at games or at the grocery store. Email is commonly used between staff members and administration. My principal sends out a weekly email of announcements. We use PowerSchool for grades. Our students and their parents check PowerSchool regularly, in addition to weekly grade checks with their seminar teacher. Text messages, I use text messaging to communicate with my athletes most frequently. They are more likely to read a group text than an email. Phone calls are seldom used except for an automated emergency notification that's pushed out district-wide. There are a number of links to information that students, parents, and community members may access on the school or the district website. And then lastly, many of our athletics and music programs are live streamed. Our technology person is very adept at broadcasting these events. Each of the examples listed here are provided by USD 400 with the exception of my cell phone and the texting I use on it. And I would actually prefer to have fewer tools and more in-person meetings. With introductions at this stage of my life and career, I'm not concerned really with being unforgettable, only that new staff that I would be leading knows what is important and works together for the betterment of each student and the community. Each school year at an introductory faculty meeting in the time that I've been at Smoky Valley, each staff member has been given an opportunity to introduce themselves and report on their summer activities, their families, and themselves. I think this is a good method for new faculty to learn what is important to each teacher and administrator. As a new building leader, as I have often communicated at these meetings, I will begin my introduction by talking about what is most important to me, and that is my family. Next, I will impress upon them my belief in following established rules and procedures. I will insist they hold themselves and their students to a certain standard of behavior. Rules and procedures can be altered and changed, but we must abide by the ones that have been established so that students know our expectations. And then while it may seem contradictory, I will also let the staff know that I will treat them as professionals. If they are acting within the guidelines previously mentioned, they will have autonomy within their classrooms. I am not going to micromanage them. Lastly, I will attempt to convey an approachability. I know I do not have all the answers, nor am I always right. I want my staff to know that they are welcome to approach me about any item that they feel is important to them. They may not always get the response they prefer, but I will listen and respond. And then district policies, USD Board of Education encourages the use of technology, including communication devices, but employees who violate district policies and procedures governing the use of communication devices may be disciplined. Communication devices may not be used in any manner that would violate the district's policy on student-staff relations. The district also prohibits employees from using any communication device that interrupts or disrupts the performance of duties by the employee or otherwise interferes with district operations. The district may provide communication devices and service to some employees to assist them in carrying out their employment-related duties on and off district property. And then use of employees' personal communication devices during work hours shall be restricted to classroom and work-related activities. The security of personal computing devices is solely the responsibility of the staff member, and any loss resulting from damage or theft of these devices is not the responsibility of the district. And the employees are responsible for keeping communication devices secure and, if possible, password protected. I generally follow these policies, although I occasionally check or respond to personal communications during class. While this is technically a violation, I feel that I am seasoned enough to know when it will disrupt learning in my classroom. Forms of communication have definitely changed during my career, and not always for the better. But being able to communicate with other staff, parents, and even students has become more available and easier to use. Using each method appropriately will aid in communicating with all stakeholders. Then I have included my correlation, relevancy, and reflection, as well as my references. Thank you for your attention. Have a great day.